Okay, everybody. Hello, it's Jill Blanchette here. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late. Been scurrying around trying to get my card um ready to go. So thank you for joining. It is Wednesday night, and yesterday started the pre-order from the mini catalog if you're a demonstrator. So that was exciting, and we also introduced two new kits. If you like the Halloween haunted house kit, I would not wait to get that. Um, I don't know how fast it'll go, but I'm assuming from all the people that I saw asking if we were going to have more Halloween items come out of this mini catalog, it could be a very popular item. And the designer series paper sale started. I put out a little announcement about that. So tonight I'm going to show one of the packs of paper in my card, and as I get moving along, I'm going to try and show you all the papers. And yesterday on my pre-order, I forgot to order the duck pond paper. So I don't know what I was thinking, where it went. I think I finagled my order around a couple times and then it just fell out of the cart. I'm not sure. But that's it, you guys. I'm going to turn the camera down and get started and show you. We're going to use the new out of the annual catalog, the Tune In bundle. I have no idea why I bought this. I don't know, it's the television set. So let me turn it around and show you guys what I got going for it tonight and see. See who's getting on. Let's see. Gotta move my screen over a little tiny bit. Oh, Debbie's on, Christy's on. Hey girls, Patty's on. Hi, Patty. Oh, Mom's on. Hey, Mom. Thanks for hanging in with me, guys, watching, sharing, commenting, talking amongst yourselves, all that good stuff. I forgot to turn my camera down, so let's go here. And hopefully you can hear me and stuff. I didn't even look and make sure that all that was good to go. So I'm assuming you'd tell me that you weren't seeing me. You're probably not even seeing me, are you? You're seeing my... Oh, nope. See, you're seeing my desktop. So that's yay. So I'm here and good to go now. So I'm sorry you didn't even see me, but that's okay because I'm flustered tonight. So you'd see the giant elephant still in the room, which is my wall behind me that I've had a couple ideas come into my head of what I want to do there, and I just need to put the same stupid shelf back up and call it good. Because I know I want to paint the shelf before I put it back up and all that good stuff. So it's just, one thing leads to another. But this is the tune-in stamp set that we're going to use. And hopefully you could see the dies. So it comes with the TV, like the inner screen, this part here, the knobs and the speakers, the little triangular, these kind of things. This is all one piece, and I'm going to use those. It just makes some strips of paper. This is really cool. I've seen a couple cards. I was going to make another card. I was going to do two cards, but I got really sidetracked with this one trying to get it to work properly, so I didn't get my other card made. It was just going to be a simple card, and maybe I will still make it and post it, and it's just a simple card using this cutout and these, so, or this and these and this. So anyway, the antenna for the television, the flashes for the news flash, and then this will cut out the antennas. This just makes antennas. This one will cut them out. And so there, yeah, this is what we're going to use. Put it over here. I've already cut everything out. Here's the card we're going to make. I got this card, and I'm struggling. This little wiper, I'm struggling to get the wiper to pop up correctly. I made one, and then I tore this one apart about 6 times, followed some videos that I saw online to the letter, and for the life of me, it's not catching back there correctly to pop up, but maybe it's got I don't know, it's called a wiper card, but that's what we're gonna make. So let's get started and we'll see how we can get this going. I gotta slide all those little teeny weeny pieces off. So I'm going to showcase this. Well, not even really showcase it. I just use a little piece, but this is the Full of Life paper pack. This is one of them in the kit or in the catalog, and it has a stamp set that it doesn't really coordinate with it in my head. I don't believe it's got a heart. It says friend and it cuts out, and I can't remember what else it goes with. I don't have the stamp set, but I did buy the paper because I just absolutely love this paper. There's some circles, and the back sides are all different like patterns. I'll just show you. There's big squares and little squares, and it's just very vibrant and pretty. And these big circles and little circles. So yeah, so this is the paper that I'm going to use tonight. My card, this card, I used one of those Starburst kind of papers. I should have pulled it out. I used one like this. This is not obviously the one I used. I used one with navies and the pinks on it. And then I had a piece left over that I believe I cut this one up, and that's what I'm going to use for the second card. So we're going to start with a 8.5 by 4 1/4 sheet of whatever color you want to use. We're going to score it. Hold on, I got to go get my note that tells me all my dimensions for you. I wrote everything down so that I could tell you as I went along because I already had everything cut. So this is 8.5 by 4 1/4. And then we're going to score it at 5.5 and 7. So 5.5 and 7. Then you have a piece. I use the same color. You don't have to use the same color. That is 8.5 inches by 2. And you're going to score that one at 1.5 and 3. And now these are the same scoring. So if you wanted to score this piece at 1.5 and 3, if that's easier for you to remember that, 1.5 and 3 for each piece, then go ahead and do that. This one's just going to turn this way, and this one's going to stay this way. I got my camera off tonight, guys. I got to move over to the left a little bit. So that is good there. We're done with this trimmer. And I'm just going to burnish on my fold. So this is going to fold back on itself like that. And then this one's going to fold inward and on itself like that. There. And then they'll hook together like this. All right. So now I've got again, I got all my little pieces over here. I'm trying to keep them in order. So this is the paper that I'm going to use. I'm going to go this way with it. It is 1 7/8 this way by 5 3/8. And I'm just going to glue that right onto the front. stretch that out. Put that right there on the front. Yeah, this is a very, very nice paper pack. It's so bright. And I love the circles. And I have a friend, Kevin, he must be kind of an artist. He showed a couple cards with this, and he took a black pen and he went around and doodled around all the circles with one of those fine tip black pens. I guess they're not markers, it was a pen. And so he doodled around all those, and it turned out really super cool. And then he did some on the like these, oops, wrong squares. He did it on these pieces with these squares like this too. So it turned out really cool. All right, let's keep going. I lost focus. So now on this piece, I have well, let me do these sides here and get them off my desk. So I've got two pieces that are 1 7/8 by 1 3/8 because these are 1.5 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and glue those on the side. And my thought process here was, I will show you. Let's get this glued down. I'm going to turn this one this direction. I wanted it to kind of flow in with this blue. That was just how my mind went with this one. My I used a lot of scraps that I had cut up on the desktop for this. So I'll show you on this one. This one I did the same thing. I went with the blue into the pink. So I thought this time I'd go with the pink into the blue. All right, now I'm going to set this aside for a minute. Now I'm going to work with my back piece here. And I've got a 2 1/8 by 5 3/8 inch piece of balmy blue. And I'm going to glue that on there at the top and the back. Glue that in there like that. Set that aside. Now here's my piece I'm going to stamp on. This is just white at 2 inches by 5 1/4. And I'm going to use the lightning bolts. And I wasn't sure what colors I wanted to use on this card because I really like that. I like how this blue blueberry bushel just really stands out, but I don't know that it would stand out the same because this card is not really blueberry bushel. Oh, it might. It might because it'll be right there. I'm going to use it. I was thinking that I wanted to do a do the berry burst, but I think I'm going to do the blueberry. No, I'm going to shake it up. I'm going to do the berry burst. Match my paper, my background paper, or my card base. So I just am going to put the lightning bolts up in the corner. Then I'm going to come in with the news flash. Where's my news flash stamp? I'm just going to news flash across there. Then I'm going to come back with some more of the lightning bolts and put them down at the bottom. Now they do have a die to cut some lightning bolts out. I just didn't put them on here. I could have put some on this part, but I thought it had enough going on with this busy paper that I picked. All right, so we got our news flash on there. We're going to close that up for a minute. And then I'm going to bring in the little, what do you, diamonds? They're not really diamonds. The little retro, whatever those little things are. And what color did I say I was going to do those in? In my head, as I was gathering it, I think I was going to do just balmy blue because that was going to match the paper that we're going to layer it on. So I'll just get the balmy blue back out. And then I just stamped a bunch around on here. Any old which way. I guess that's good. You know, that's good. You just keep going. All right, so I got those on that piece. Clean that off because we're going to use that again. And then, oh, I better wipe that ink off my table there real quick. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue that onto my base here. One less piece to deal with. Glue that on there. Like that. All right, then I'm going to bring in this piece again, and I'm going to glue it down over here on this side. So I'm just going to put some glue on my little right hand portion of it. And I'm going to glue it down. Right here, give it a second to dry. And then that thing I told you that was in there, that solid die that cuts out all these little doohickeys. I went ahead and cut out a bunch of those. So let me get these off the desk too. Let's see. Let's start. I don't think it really matters where I start laying them on there. I'm just gonna go up the row here, try and not put all my, well, I suppose if I took time to think about the way that they were going on, you might want to leave some of the colors together. You know, like put your blues together and stuff. But let's see, let's go with light blue. And then we'll put Azure Afternoon. That's Kathy Street, Azure. And then let's go top it off with the Petunia Pop. All right, so now we got our like little thing on there. Could, you know, space them a little better. I'll come back when that's kind of dry and get that little piece off there with my little goober getter. All right, so now we got those on the side. We've got our front piece done. We want to flip it over. And then we have a 1 inch wide by 1 7/8 inch long, like mechanism. So this is where I keep, I don't know why my mechanism doesn't want to flip up my message, but take your little mechanism and lay it lengthwise. And then you're going to fold up one of the bottom, like right corner, fold it into the side, and then just burnish it down, fold it down. Now you're going to take this piece and you're going to lay it on the second panel, and you're going to put it just inside the score line and a little tiny bit below the top of the card piece. So you do not want this. So we're going to glue it down, and then it's going to fall. So you see mine's going to be a little bit too long. This is where I struggled. One of the videos I watched said you don't want it to hang down below. So she cut it at 1 7/8. So you want to make sure that your point and your base are in that little area. So go ahead and put it just inside or just on the right-hand side of your score line, and then glue it down. Well, this is the last video that I watched, and I'm following the directions again to the letter. So now it looks like this, and then it will fold down right here. Now we have a piece of, you don't have to use this, but I have a piece of window sheet that I'm going to put a dimension glue dot on. This is just to help because my TV was so big, I wanted it to stick up over, like, had to be higher than the TV. So go ahead and put a glue dot on your window sheet. It's a 1/2 inch wide, and let's see. She made hers 2 inches long. Oh, mine just happens to be 2 inches long too. Then just stick that onto this triangle or this flapper-do part here. All right, now we're going to stop for a second. We're going to come over here. I cut out an inside of the TV, and I'm going to stamp happy birthday on that. And we're going to stamp that in, oh, we'll go with the really deep rich razzle or blackberry bliss. Probably rich razzleberry would have been a better color, but you know, that's retired. So we're going to use blackberry bliss because I want it to be kind of like noticeable. So I just put a happy birthday on there. Close that up. And then we want to I'm going to put some more of those little star diamondy things, these little things. I'm going to put a few of those in the corner. And let's see what colors. Let's go with the blueberry bushel. No, I'm going to use the Azure Afternoon because I think I'm almost done stamping, and I think that'll tie. We'll see. That might tie our colors in. And I like this little guy here, these little just line drawings. So I'm going to make sure I get those in there. So now we got some of those on there just for, you could cut them out of the paper with the die. That would be cute. And then stick them on there. I saw, who made it? Lonnie is her name. Creative. I wrote it down. Oh, it's here. Creative Juice by Lonnie. She is the one who had this card, somewhat along the lines of what I'm following here. And I'm just kind of making my own, but she had it with the little diamonds popped up. So I'm going to put another glue dot there on the end now of our window sheet. And technically, we want to make sure that it's going to So when we shut it, it's gonna pop up. So you wanna make sure that it's gonna pop up how you, whatever direction you want it to pop up in. So I kind of want it to pop up like this, I guess. I'll just put it on lightly so we see what it does. And I'm going to put it more toward the end. We should have wiggle room there to let it pop up. We just want to make sure that it's within our top and bottom, whatever you're putting on there's within your frame there. And then now I'm gonna put some glue on here for my first panel. And then we're going to close it down. Pop up like that. Gonna close that down. And so, oh, I stick up a little bit there out the top, but you want to make sure that it's within your 2 inches there. And then hopefully it's supposed to pop up. So let's see what we got to do. And it's upside down. See, we got to close it down. This is where I've been fiddling and fiddling and fiddling with it to try and get it to pop up correctly. So let's stick it in there and I'm just going to push it and see where it ends up. And you can fiddle and fiddle and fiddle and fiddle some more. I'm going to leave that sticking up over the top of this because you know what? Our TV is going to cover it. So let me just see. I don't know why. It's got to catch. So this little mechanism in here's got to catch. There we go. And I just had to do that a bunch of times to get it to do what I wanted it to do. So now it's going to go down in there and then, okay. Well, if this is catching, do I have something? Maybe I need to put a bigger piece of, hold on, I'm just talking out loud here, but maybe I need a bigger piece because it's catching on the plastic piece. And that's what I noticed on my other one. It was catching on my double layer there. Maybe it's not supposed to have this where I got the blue and the white. Maybe it's just supposed to be one layer because it wants to catch on that when it goes up. So let's just see. We want our happy birthday to stick up. I don't know if that's going to go down in there. Oh, that looks pretty good. All right, we're going to leave it like that for a second. Hopefully, if you try this, it works better for you. So, I lost the pin out of my glue bottle. There we go. Let me close that up real quick while I make the next thing. All right, so I'm going to set this aside for a hot second. And we're going to finish with our TV. So I cut the TV out of Azure Afternoon. Then I cut out the speakers, the antennas, the knobs. So in the center, we're going to stamp, stay tuned for an important message. And let's see what color we want to do that in. You silly thing. It's gonna make me out to be a liar. Let's do, I'm gonna use blueberry bushel this time. I got so many colors going on. Not a big fan of that Blackberry Bliss I got in there now, but stamp. Stay tuned for an important message. Then we're going to glue that. Well, let's see. Last time I tried to glue all this down first. See. And then I just went down. I don't know if the long part should be at the top or the bottom. This one, I'm going to put it up at the top. So I got my speakers going down at the bottom. I got a couple little knobs. And you might want to make a couple more knobs, maybe more than two. This is a big space to try and fill with just a couple knobs. And they're tiny. I got my scissors or my tweezers right here too. Couple knobs. Couple knobs right there. Then I'm going to put my stay tuned for an important message in there. Lord, I can't even pick it up. I'm all flustered up again because it's not working. And so I just couldn't find a good way to center it all. I guess I can try and center over the speaker a little bit. Okay, stay tuned for an important message. Then I put just a smidge of glue along the bottom of the antennas. And I just stuck them up on the top just to that. You can see there's like a little rounded part there. And I'm just barely hanging them on there. And then I'm going to glue this to the front, but let's see, because our inner piece sticks up. So I'm just going to glue it. You could pop it up if you wanted. I'm just going to glue it flat. And I'll stick it over on my these pieces a little bit. So my news flash kind of shows up. Okay. Now in the real world, this should work. So I don't know. I've made wiper cards before. That's what this is called, a wiper card. And I don't ever really get them to wipe. So I don't know why I thought today I was going to get it to wipe up, but it's supposed to pop up there. Something, maybe my piece is too long, my piece is too heavy. It's not supposed to stick up that high, but it is supposed to catch in there. This little piece down here is supposed to catch and flip it up there like that. So it might just take a few tries of moving it. There we go. So that, my friends, is my card for today. I'm going to, in my head, I'm going to show you guys all the papers, and I'm going to use new stamps and stuff that I have, just stuff I haven't given very much love to help me justify the purchase. Patty says you just have to use it once, and then that justifies the purchase. So if I can find, how many things of paper do we have on sale? 15. If I can find 15 stamp sets that I haven't given much love to, I'll be doing good. So this again is the Full of Life paper pack and the Tune In bundle. and I created the wiper card with it. So that's it. I'm not even going to turn back to me. I'm just going to leave you guys right here. I appreciate you watching, sharing, commenting, following me. Don't forget I have a YouTube page. If you don't get my newsletter, go to greenthumbstampers.com and sign up for my newsletter. Oh, see you guys, I tell you that every week and it jogs my memory. I got my newsletter finished, but didn't schedule it because I wanted to add one more thing in there. So I will go do that right now. You should see my newsletter pop into your inbox shortly. And I will be back again. Have a great evening. I'll be back hopefully before Wednesday. I'll give you a little heads up on the days that I'm going to be live. I'll try and tell you the night before, just so I can get back in a groove of being live more often. So thanks again, guys. Appreciate it. I will see you another time. Tune in then too. Bye, guys.